Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay, you guys, I learned about this video in watching Serge Del Mar posted it on his community tab. And I don't always like to repost other videos, but I feel this is important, so I'm going to repost. I don't know if that's the word, but like share someone else's video. And it's from Nona Boss, Audits and Investigations. And I'm going to put all the tags on this one again and see what happens. And more proof that right now in real time there are children in Scientology being audited, asked sexual questions, made to become auditors and ask sexual questions, being physically abused, physically neglected, sexually abused, told it's their fault, told they are out 2D, and that what did they do to bring it in, the sexual abuse. And what else? Not allowed very much time to play. The majority of these children, whether they're public or, well, Sea Oregon public is different, and each Scientology family is different. But a lot of these children some of the public attend public school all day. And then once they get finished with public school, they go to the Scientology orgs and are forced to study L. Ron Hubbard materials from approximately 5 o'clock in the afternoon until 10 o'clock. And then they go to sleep and they do it all over again. Not to mention the manual labor that many of them are forced to do. A lot of them are put out ethics and punished over and over, told that they need to get their overts and withholds in, which is, I guess, in a sense like sins, what they did wrong, even if they didn't do anything wrong. When they cry, they are told that they are interbulating. When they get upset because they are not allowed to play and go do fun things like other children, they are told that they are interbulating and they need to get their ethics in. And other children snitch on other children, which are called knowledge reports, KRs, FBI, just in case you didn't know. And so this is just video documentation, and there are hours and hours and hours of video documentation throughout the internet because, as BJ Investigates states, the web is webbing. So here's more proof that children are being forced into a Scientology against their will, being forced to do manual labor, being forced to be on course from approximately 5 in the afternoon until 10 to 11 o'clock at night, made to do it all over. Numerous children are working in little factories. A lot of them are like to make CDs and other devices. A lot of them are doing like construction work on these various Scientology buildings. They are doing restaurant work. In fact, most of the Scientology orgs are run, the Scientology org kitchens, most of them are run by children, and the adults are just hunky-dory fine with the children serving them food. And as far as that goes, just like SP Chef and others, to run the kitchen themselves at 13 and 14 years old, which according to several United States laws and other country laws is illegal. But yet nobody's doing anything about it. Doesn't matter that they're in a religion, a so-called religion. All of these things happening are child abuse. The school, the various organizations that are supposed to oversee the schooling that children get are allowing Scientology to not educate the children properly. And as in an earlier video that I shared a few days ago, there was an investigation back in 1991 of one of the Scientology schools of sexual and physical abuse, and which sounds very against the law to me. They were allowed to close the files, and none of the children got any redemption. Nobody helped the children. They were probably repeatedly sexually abused. The police, the various alphabet agencies, the school organizations, the Internal Revenue Service, nobody helped these children. So here's more evidence, and here we go.
This is a public service announcement to Mitch Brisker. Hey, Mitch, the next time you want to run around YouTube saying that there are no children in Scientology, why don't you sit down, close your mouth for 5 seconds, long enough to watch this video. And maybe if you're quiet enough, long enough, you might actually observe truth. Here's the truth, Mitch. For your research, you asked for the proof, here's the proof.
Oh, look, FBI, there's a child. I guess when the children come in the door, they are not adults in small bodies, because this man is holding the door. So if they really were adults in small bodies, they could open the door themselves, couldn't they?
I highly doubt that those kids were showing up for an after-school special. Kids can't consent, Mitch. They can't consent.